Hey guys, Sunday afternoon. It's hot, real hot, but it's nice. I don't feel like doing a hell of a whole lot today. I did some cleanup and stuff. You know, I decided that I've been spending way too much time looking around for tools, so I'm going to organize one drawer at the end of each day, starting with the stuff that I use most often. Um, so we'll get to that in a bit. I need bolts and some other stuff, welding gas and whatever that I can't get till tomorrow anyhow. The places I get this stuff from aren't open on weekends. So I'm going to get on this, the engine. I'd like to get it painted today, cleaned up and painted, and maybe the transmission as well. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, just a matter of getting after it. So I'll get to that in a bit. And new subscribers, thank you very much again. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. So yeah, I guess we might as well get to work. So let's just get to her, man. Okay, so I've put on a bunch of pieces, as you can tell. The intake is just sitting on there. I mean, it's heavy, it's not going anywhere. Valve covers are bolted on, timing cover, and the oil pan. Just a couple bolts in each, just so I don't get paint over stuff that I don't want paint on. You know, I don't want paint on the crankshaft and stuff like that, or in my valve tray. So plug the holes up wherever. That's the water pump holes and exhaust ports, and I'll leave the plugs in there. And I'm gonna clean it all up. I use different wire brush wheels on my drill, and I got that one, and I got this one here, so I got several of them, and that should be able to get into all the spots that I need. I started a little bit here just to get all the loose blue paint on, or off I should say. Usually what happens when it's peeling off like that, it just wasn't cleaned very well before it was painted before. So yeah, it's a matter of going over with the wire brush, get all the loose stuff off, and then wash it down really good with wax and grease remover, and shoot some paint on it. So yeah, just gonna get on it, man. Okay, well, not all the blue paint came off, but damn near. Yeah, and what I washed it with was instead of wax and grease remover, I soaked it with brake clean, and then used air pressure to get stuff out from the little nooks and crannies. So this thing is ready to paint. So yeah, might as well just go to it. It's all I'm using is this. Engine enamel, so I guess it's set up for a little bit of heat resistance and what have you. So yeah, I'll set up the camera, and we'll spray this thing. Okay, so I gave it one thin coat to start off with. You gotta constantly shake the can. My dad used to give a can like this to my kid brother, and tell him to shake it until it stopped rattling. Poor kid's arm would fall off, and he'd still be shaking that can. Yeah, start to cover nice now. it. Several, three thin coats is better than just laying it on there. Good thin coats always work best. Okay, looking pretty good. And these surfaces here where the water pump goes, I'll clean them off, clean the paint off of those after. No biggie. So there we go. One more coat ought to do it. So you get a general idea. And yeah, we'll have one red engine. So there you go. Okay, so here's what I was talking about with tools. Both, I have two drawers, 1/2-inch drive, this one and this one here. And they both kind of look like this. I mean, it's a freaking disaster. So anyway, I took these are all 12 point, 12 point sockets rather than the 6 point that I normally use. So like I rarely use these 12 point sockets. So I took them, all those 12 point ones I had in this drawer, threw it in here and set this one up. This is the one that I'm going to use most. So now look at that. What a difference. You know what I mean? I can find stuff now. So I got two ratchets here, this one and this one. Turns out, after going through all this stuff, I had 18 1/2-inch ratchets. So I put 10 of them in a box and put them away upstairs. I got a few in here. I think there's 4 or 5. I'll just keep them in here. But I'm going to get rid of a lot of these 12-point sockets because, like I said, I just don't use them. So I'll muck out this drawer, and I think I'll set up my wrenches in this drawer here. And because wrenches is the next thing that I'm going to use most of. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do tonight. So I did this one last night. I'm going to do this one tonight. Oh, good morning. Monday morning. This is still tacky from yesterday. So I rolled it out here to put it in the sun, and it clouded over. So I'm not winning that war. So I went into town, pick up some stuff. I needed welding gas, and my valve springs came in, and I needed some bolts for my leaf springs. Man, again, the credit card took an old beating. This little bottle of Meg gas, last fall, $75. Today, $107. Almost 50% increase. And then here, I got 4 bolts with lock nuts. $20 for that. That's not too bad, I guess. Valve springs, retainers, and locks, $360. Unbelievable. Anyway, the prices of things are just they just continue to go stupid. So, and I'm going to continue bitching about it. Anyway, so yeah, I guess I'll get I can't really get after that motor. I'll get stuff done on the chassis, and maybe I'll get a hood out and start stripping on that. Well, I was thinking it while I'm waiting for paint to harden up, I might as well get a jump on some sheet metal. So I started with the hood. There was big dents all in this area here and one over here. I've pounded them out from underneath, so they're pretty close. Might have to take a little bit more out with my stinger. You can see the original kind of dark blue paint this thing was. And then I guess they, I don't know, painted it with a broom or something. I mean, look at the texture on this. It's crazy. Maybe it's a mold or something. I don't know. But anyway, a lot of guys are going to be mad at me. Oh, no, you're covering up that patina. Well, the rest of the cab is way beyond saving the patina. So this just isn't going to go with anything. But it is what it is. So it's all coming off the bare metal. Metal looks like it's in good shape underneath, though. So I think we've got a decent hood to work with. So yeah, I'm just going to carry on and get this thing stripped down. Okay, so I think you get the general idea. I ran out of these little discs that I'm using. I'm using these things here. I thought I'd give it a try over that those 3M little wheels. And they take about the same amount of time, really. So I'll finish this up with something else later. But, you know, the metal's pretty good on this hood. It's really good, actually. There's a few dings and dents, nothing major. A little bit of pitting down here and a little bit of pitting up in the front. But, you know, epoxy primer, take care of that, seal that up. So, yeah, like I said, once I finish up that little spot, tomorrow, I'll probably take apart the rest of that front clip, you know, separate the fenders from the grill and the inner fenders, and I can start on that stuff. My paint on the engine is dry now, so in the next video, I'm going to be getting that all together. I'm still waiting on a couple of parts, but I'm hoping they're going to be in this week. We'll see. So we're just moving along and just keep at her. I mean, all this stuff has to get done eventually, so it doesn't really matter which order I do it. But, you know, keep after it, man. That's all. Hey, okay, so there you go. Got to start in the sheet metal. The engine is almost ready to, you know, finish putting it together. Just waiting on a few bits and pieces. And, yeah, well, the engine, tranny, complete rolling chassis, and get rolling on the metal work. And I've got cabs coming, as I understand it, next week. So once I get the cab here, I can finish off a whole bunch of other stuff. So it's moving along pretty freaking good. Quite happy. What else? New subscribers, again, thank you very much. You know, keep spreading the word, man. It's working. And you know, if you haven't already, please do subscribe. Don't be afraid to leave comments down below, and you know, all that stuff. Like the page and yada yada yada. You've heard it all before, but you know, I feel like I got to say it every time, so whatever. Yeah. I got a little change of pace in the next video. It's going to be about getting a shop truck. I need a shop truck. I'm having a hard time functioning without a truck. So that's what I'll get into the next one. Yeah, so that's about it, I guess. So, if you're not doing anything, get out in the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.